Shut up! 70 Timberwolf! Hut, go! Here we go, here we go! Cowboy 80! Hut, hut! Come on, set! Hawk 70, ready, ready. Here we go, shot! Viking 18! Ready? Set! 70 Lions! Set! Bronco 80! Down! 18 Cardinal, let's go! Ready, ready! Cougar 19, let's go! Let's go! 60 Bison, let's go! Shut up! Cowboy 80, ready? Let's go now! 19, top! Shot! Ready! Viking 18, ready? Here we go, here we go! 70 Timber, cut up! Set! 60 Eagle! Ready, ready? Set! 18 Cardinal, let's go! Ready, ready? Panther 60, let's go! Come on, set! 60 Bison, let's go! Ready? Bronco 80. Here we go, shot. 19, shot. Shut up. Here we go, here we go. Cowboy 80. Shut up. Tag. 60 Eagle. Hut, hut.
15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Today, we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the Miami Dolphins. Hi, everyone. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. Charles, you look at the Dolphins as they enter play in this one. The losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Jets, they come in off another victory a weekend ago. That ran their win streak up to 7 now.
And I think that win last week established them as Super Bowl frontrunners. They're playing with confidence and swagger, and you need that to go a long way.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And not much happening on the return as we'll get this to about the 23. The Dolphins take the field with Tua Tagovailoa, their quarterback from Alabama, at the helm.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
On play action, here's Tua. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. You talk about this Jets defense. They're a tough unit to throw against, currently 4th toughest in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. This defense for the Jets, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
Yeah, they only allowed 13 points, and you can poll all 32 coaches, and I guarantee you they'd say, we'll take that every single week. But let me think about that for a second. Maybe there'd be one contrarian that would say, give me 10.
Out of the gun on 3rd down, here's Tua. But the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Ethan Evans on now to punt. Deep to return is Kevontae Turpin. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm time when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Ready. Let's go now.
Looking to throw. Overstreet. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And we'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2. Back to throw. Overstreet. And that is incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. And this kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So Miami coming out for their second drive.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss there. Now 3rd and 14.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
In motion comes the tight end left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short.
Here's Ethan Evans now.
Ethan Evans in punt formation.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. A strong run.
Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Jets will take over. The Jets offense and their quarterback coming out for their second drive. And the numbers have looked good this season. Case in point right here. He is up there among the NFL leaders in TD passes.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Now Hall to start the drive. And oh, he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. He may go. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
Breece Hall, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Point after here coming up. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away.
The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Tua sets up to pass it.
This one complete to Jalen Waddle.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
That's good for Dolphins. First down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Now H.N. on 1st and 10.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
You see the numbers on the ground a week ago for H.N.
12 carries.
yards.
A key component of his team's offense. He will certainly stay in that role if he keeps producing like this each week. Expect him to make a run in not only matching, but exceeding those numbers as this one goes on.
Going to the air. Tagovailoa. That one complete to Hill. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 40. 10-0 the score after one on EA Sports.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Second quarter. Dolphins with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Off of play action. Tagovailoa. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
Get set. Overtime. Overtime.
Here's Tua. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. 20. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. But no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick 6.
And it's plays like that one that have made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
Extra point attempt here still to come. He's got it, and it's 17-0. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Miami set to take over. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's a give to Achane. That's about as exciting of a 1-yard run as you're going to see. Finding a way to dodge that first would-be tackler. But again, just 1 yard out of it.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Play action. Now it's Tua. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 17 yards on the play as they try to eat into this 17-point deficit.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Now Tua. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sack back at the 29. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance, they've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And out of bounds right around the 20. So 8 yards on the completion there. And 3rd and 8 now.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st down. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Get set. 22. Out.
They run it here with Gordon.
And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. From the gun, it's Tua.
And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line.
And now after that sack, we'll pause here a moment because someone was shaken up on that play.
We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium.
Interested to see what they dial up here. 3rd and goal with a lot of green between them and the end zone.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And the pressure gets to him again.
Will McDonald
In there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
A 45-yard attempt.
Sly able to put this one through.
But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about.
And this is going to be roughing the kicker, an inexcusable penalty, Charles.
You've worked so hard to hold him to a 3-point kick. Now you give him the ball again with a chance for a touchdown.
Back to throw now on first down. And his first throw since coming in is incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
That's going to be caught by Waddle.
And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
Well, that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the big trick.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points.
Joey Sly on for the extra point.
Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen, ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
And that flag accepted.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
The Jets offense and Breece Hall headed out onto the field. And he's been a tough man to stop in this first half. He's putting up some big numbers already, and we have yet to reach halftime.
Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
They'll start on the ground. Hall.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
So these two teams met at MetLife Stadium earlier this season with the Jets winning that ball game. So they're looking for the season sweep with a win here in Miami.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And a completion to Wilson. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
It's a gain of 10. First down, the Jets.
Ready? Let's go.
Now on first down. He'll drop to throw it.
Open man is the tight end, Mason Taylor.
The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Fix the Eagles! Fix the Eagles! Let's go!
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Here's 2nd and 10.
They'll look to throw again. And it's complete to Mitchell. And he'll go out of bounds after taking a little further down inside the 40. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick.
And now the clock will stop as he's able to get up and spike it here. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And his kick is good. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away.
Able to avoid him.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half.
So halftime straight ahead, and that means we go to Scott Hansen. It is our EA Sports Halftime Report. Scott, take it away.
Our look around the NFL starts now. It begins in Arlington. The Cowboys at home to take on the Cardinals. It's the Emmitt Smith Bowl for those of you of a certain age.
Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return.
So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half.
And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be license to take some shots downfield. You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
70 Buffalo 18.
Operating from the gun. Overstreet. They'll find Taylor. That's complete.
And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
10 yards on the pickup.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches.
Let's go.
Here's Allen. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Off the bootleg. Overstreet. And he'll find Hall. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Panther 60. Panther 60.
Operating from the gun. Overstreet. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Mason Taylor, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jets take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. So the Jet offense staying on the field. They're going to go for 2.
The Jets will line up for a
Hawk
2-point
70.
conversion.
Hawk 70. Ready.
They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it. So they try for 2, successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10.
So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. To end the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Gets this one to Hill.
It's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
All right, come on.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. Good work on the scamper by Tagovailoa. It's a first down.
He certainly isn't looking at the scoreboard out there because, to me, all he's concerned about is analyzing the field and making most of the time left in this game. Deficit's still there, but he's starting to hit them with some big plays.
Tua going to throw. And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. And it's scooped up into the Jets. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half. And down 3 scores, a lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
It reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one. It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
At the 4-yard line.
Here we go.
Looking to throw. Overstreet.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
And he fires one, but incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So they got the turnover started with, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold, make sure they didn't give up the 6. And boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Rainey. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Miami. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. Paul want to give up the middle. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
There's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the 4th quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing as well as you have today. When you're in that zone, you go ahead and take full advantage of it. You don't worry about your opponent.
And now Mitchell, a 16-yard touchdown.
Well, the Jets add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, and delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
Now the try here for the point after. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drive, 4 plays. And it ends with a Jet touchdown. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away.
And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. Dolphins offense returning to the field. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Throwing to start the drive. Rainey. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Well, that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
Now this airmail to the sideline. It's incomplete. There don't appear to be any flags forthcoming. Maybe a little fortunate there. It's third down.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And they got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Well, that's one way to convert on third down, picking up 26 yards. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40.
Running right, here's Achane.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Another carry, same story. 4th quarter, and he is in red numbers right now with a running game.
Hard to believe because you figure at some point you break off a run. But in this case, what we're seeing is just pure domination by the defense. I think it started with the scouting report. They got into what they were.
And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6.
Partner, my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front seven today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points, an absolutely astounding effort by every player involved.
And this offense on third down today, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 15. And this is going to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Reno, 70 Lions, 70 Timberwolves. Viking, 18.
Throwing to start the drive. Overstreet. Short throw to Smith. They'll give him 4 yards there. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Ready.
Now Allen. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
At the 43-yard line. A gain of 2 on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun on third down. Overstreet. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Flying in to pick up that sack, Jordan Brooks. So the field goal unit is coming on here. And, boy, this is going to be darn near impossible. And they say officially it's a 68-yard attempt. And that will line up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end. But that's just a minor blip here in what's been a thoroughly dominating performance. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the fourth quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Throwing right, and that's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever.
come on, set. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Huh. Ready? Viking 18, go. Ready? Cowboy 80. Ready. Set. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Let go. Here we go, here we go. Panther 60. Ready? Ready, ready. Cougar 19. Set up. Down. 70 line. Let's go. Let's go. 60 bison. Let's go now. 60 eagle. Come on. Set. 19 charge. Go. Here we go. Set. Bronco 80. Ready. Set up. 70 timber. Let go. Here we go. Here we go. Panther 60. Ready. Ready. Viking 18. Set up. Set. 70 line. Let's go. Cougar 19. Ready, ready. 60 eagle, 60 eagle. Check out. Tag. Hawk 70. Go. Come on. Set. Bronco 80.
Good defensive backs play with an edge unrivaled by other positions, and that brash confidence drives their best performances. One such game has earned him a challenge. They've been dealt one of their toughest matchups early in the season, but there is hope. One of their coaches has found what they think is a key weakness. The decision now, how exactly to exploit it.
Shut up. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Ready? Here we go, here we go. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Ready? Ready? 19, let's go. Set. 70 Lion. Hut, hut. Here we go, shot. Cougar 19. Set up. Down. Cowboy 80. Check out. Tag. 70 Timber. Check out. Come on, set! Hawk 70, Hawk 70! Let's go now! 60 Bison, ready. Here we go, here we go! Panther 60, ready. Let's go! 19, touch! Shut up! 18 Cardinal, 8, shut up! Down! 70 Lion, let's go! Here we go, shot! 60 Eagle, go! Ready! Viking 18! Set! Cougar 19! Let go! Ready! Hawk 70! Hawk ready! Here we go! Here we go! Bronco 80. Ready? Ready. Panther 60. Let's go. Cowboy 80. Come on. Set. 60 by... Down. 70 Timberwolf. Tag. Cougar 19. Ready? 18 Cardinal.
Just across the Hudson from downtown Manhattan, we welcome you inside MetLife Stadium, East Rutherford, New Jersey. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the Tennessee Titans and the New York Jets. We thank you for having us in. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, 3 months in the books. Partner, now it's December. It's the best month of the NFL season because the games get more important as the weather gets a little bit colder.
And this is where you find out who the real teams are and who the pretenders are. Do you find yourself not only in the playoff conversation, but can you now play good enough ball down the stretch to not only be in the conversation, but actually find yourself in the postseason?
Stage is set. Ball is on the tee. And off we go on EA Sports. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line. The Tennessee offense taking the field for the first time. They're led out by the #1 overall pick in the 2025 draft out of the U, out of Miami. It's Cam Ward.
And while I don't think that stat line last week had him up for any sort of awards, if I had to guess, he'd much rather have a modest game and a win as opposed to throwing for a bunch of touchdowns in a loss. Biggest thing that he did, Mike, he took care of the ball. So as long as he continues to do that, they're going to have a chance to keep on winning.
He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he gets a yard out of that one. It's second down.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
Gonna fire. Deep ball for Rice. That one knocked away. It is incomplete. Very good job defensively staying right with him. And we'll bring up third down.
He's got to do a better job using his eyes, Mike. He's just not manipulating the defense at all by looking off the defenders. And at this level of ball, if you just continue to stare down your primary read, you're going to lead the defenders right to the ball. And he's lucky this one just fell incomplete.
And he looks to be a bit short of the line. And that is going to bring up fourth down. To return, it is Turpin. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. So the Jets offense ready to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the young man in his second season in the NFL.
Everyone loves to dive into whether a bye comes at a good time, a bad time, and I really just think it's a matter of perspective. So here we got a team that was hot. They were rolling, multiple wins going into their bye week, and I can tell you what, the energy around that building, going into a bye, know you're playing really good ball, it makes that week a lot better, certainly, than the alternative. Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold them to no gain.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. Throwing off his back foot, and it's taken in. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
Good drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. In trouble, and down he goes. Jeffrey Simmons giving to the quarterback there for his 8th sack of the year.
Sacks are drive killers. There is no greater correlation between a defense getting off the field and the ability to rush the quarterback. And when they come on 3rd down, that number just goes up.
DK to return. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Titans offense ready to see the football for the 2nd time. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10.
Come on, come on.
Play action. Ward. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
A bit of a quick hitter here. And what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
That's caught. It's Tyrone Tracy. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
It's a gain of 8. That's good for a Titans first down.
Ready?
First and 10.
On the give, it's Tracy. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 5. They'll run again. It's Tracy again. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
So there's multiple factors, Mike, that make blitzes successful. So, of course, there's the initial design. Can you attack the vulnerabilities of the offense's blocking scheme? And then in this case, the next phase is the timing. You can see this linebacker knew exactly when that ball was going to be snapped. The offensive line had no chance to identify and pick him up, and he's able to bring him down for a loss.
Now, after the play, it looks like we have an injured Jet on the field. The training staff going to look, and we'll step out for a moment. Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down. Receiver in motion, going right. Here we go on 4th with Ward. And he's not going to get there. A couple of yards short. And this is going to be a turnover on down.
Well, that was a disaster. I like the call. I like going for it on 4th down. Give your offense a chance to extend this drive and maintain possession, but after going the wrong way, now they're going to have to watch the other team take over after failing to move the chains.
The Jets offense about ready to get going on their 2nd possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. That one good for 8 does it. And a very quick first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
Back-to-back, some nice runs. This one good for 11 and another first down. So, not much to speak of in terms of scoring in that first quarter of play. What will the second quarter have in store? We're back to upstate New York in just a moment. The Jets have it here to start quarter number 2, as they've got it with 1st and 10.
Come on, come on.
Here's Hall from the pistol. Room to run again. And he will score. Reese Hall, touchdown, New York. That's his 8th touchdown of the season.
When you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
Nothing is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchdown. Out comes the Tennessee offense. They get set to see what they can do. They'll be hoping to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 our score as this drive begins with a first down. On the ground, here's Tracy. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd down and 9.
Ready?
On the ground, it's right back to Tracy. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
They come to the line needing 11 here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Ward. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And he's very close to a first down, but it doesn't look like he got there. And yes, they're going to mark him a yard short. That one hit inside the 10, but it bounces forward into the end zone. Bring it back out to the 20-yard line. Breece Hall making his way back out there as the Jets are on offense again. They lead it here in the 2nd quarter, 7-0, as they begin with a 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run, and it's Hall. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. And he continues to have success running the ball here in the first half as he's closing in on 100 yards already. 2nd and inches.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger, 19.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Oh, he couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway. And he's taken down just shy of midfield. 18 yards on the pickup there. Good for a Jets first down.
Let's go.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. He'll get it into the hands of Garrett Wilson. Down the right sideline. Not quite to the end zone, but in great position out of bounds at the 3. A big play for the Jets. It's a gain of 49.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish.
And he barrels his way into the end zone. Breece Hall. Touchdown, New York. That is 2nd touchdown of the game. He's up to 9 now on the year. The extra point is good. And the Jets move out on top, 14-0. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback. The Titans offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0. The score as the offense tries to regroup and get going with 1st and 10. Out of the gun. First down completion of 7 yards.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
On the handoff, here comes Tracy. And the bring down just shy of midfield, but that is enough. It's a first down.
A 7-yard gain. And the Titans, first down.
2 minutes remain here in this first half. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this. The An unbalanced look to the left here on first down. On play action, it's Ward. He'll spot the fuller Longhorn, Gunnar Helm. And they'll take this down inside the 35. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. We've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a first down. Opening carry of the game for Ty.J. Speed. And he'll be marked down at the 7, and it will set up first and goal.
And this offense just continues to chew up yards and get first down after first down. And defensively now, you find yourself a little bit on your heels. You're defending a goal-to-go situation. They need to step up here and get a stop.
Back to throw is Ward. The Titans will use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
Here comes the screen to Spears. And he'll take this one in. Ty.J. Spears. Touchdown, Titans. Extra point by Patterson is good. And the Titans are on the board. It's now 14-7. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Devontae Turpin on the return. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line. The Jets offense going to take over here in the final minute of this first half. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. That's to the running back, Breece Hall. And mark him down up beyond the 30. Now the Jets going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half. 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage is the 31 as they line up 1st and 10. Out of the gun, he'll throw. That's right side, caught by Taylor. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. Now a timeout, Jets. It'll be their second. Clock says 25 seconds till halftime.
Ready, set.
Couple of first downs to start this drive. They're 1st and 10, up at the 42. To the left side, that's caught by Mitchell. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down. First down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line. So, halftime straight ahead. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. On the return, here's Turpin. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Jets offense going to have the first crack at it as we begin this 3rd quarter. They'll do so with 1st and 10.
Ready! Cowboy 80!
We're going to start this drive on the ground. It's Hall. he works his way through an opening. Up past the 35. Nice run for 8 on that one.
36-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Second and a yard.
Track him 60. Let's go now. Trap 50, trap 60. Ready,
Back to throw. Taking a shot downfield for Smith. That ball incomplete. Got the hands in there to break it up. Could have been a big gainer. Instead, it sets up a 3rd down.
And at this stage of the game, it's both teams that are really seeing who can make the big play to swing the game in their favor. And this time, it's the defense. He's able to get his hands on it. Like, I think they're lucky he wasn't able to get both hands on it because it could have been even a bigger play. Well, this seems pretty straightforward. 3rd and 1, just dial up a run play and run straight downhill. But this defense had other plans. They were ready and expecting that run, and they're able to take the ball carrier down for a loss.
No movement from the punt team. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Let's go.
They do indeed snap it as they'll try and throw.
All right, Mike, so in this situation, a defensive coordinator has 2 options. You can sit back and play the pass, or you can be aggressive and go after the quarterback. In this case, they chose the latter, and that's why they were able to force the turnover on downs.
The Titans offense getting ready for their opening possession of this 2nd half. They can get back into this quickly now. Very short field ahead. It is 1st and 10. A carry here for Tracy. He is out of bounds. They have worked it inside the 15. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. 1st down for Tennessee.
This is a clear example of a running back who really trusts his speed. He understands if he just holds his line towards the sideline, he's going to outrun most of the defenders on the field. That's exactly what he does. Picks up the 1st down before being forced out of bounds.
And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's 2nd down.
At the Jets' 13-yard line.
Get it.
Man in motion, heading left. Shotgun snap for Wolf. Quick throw, taken in. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
5 yards picked up on the play. And it's 3rd down.
On the jump.
Now it's Ward. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down. Patterson's kick is good. And the Titans are back within 4 at 14-10.
It's always a little bit of a letdown. Like you find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Now return coming from the 7. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Jets offense getting set to get back to work. Philippe sits at 4. So we'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10.
Come on, come on.
Again, here's Hall. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. Ball on the 35. Here comes a 2nd and 5.
Ready?
He'll look to throw. He'll get this one out to his fullback. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
Now 3rd and
Sometimes it's easy for a defense to lose track of a running back, especially when he leaks out from the backfield, but not the case here. They kept eyes on him the whole time. Comes in, makes a sure tackle, and drops him for a loss.
Here now, 3rd and 5.
Bronco 80. Let's go.
Now they'll set up to throw. He is hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes. On comes the punt team now for the Jets. He'll punt for the 2nd time after hitting a beauty in his first effort. That could have broken for a bigger return, but as it is, nice job getting his offense a start out past the 30-yard line. The Titans offense ready to get back to work. Trail by 4, touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. Now it's Tracy looking to run. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. Can't ask for much more. 22 yards on the first play of the drive.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
And he'll just... 2nd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
2nd and 10. Throwing, Ward. I had a defender draped all over him, incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
This one just too far for the receiver out in front of him. That one falls incomplete. Trey Tucker, the intended receiver. And it's going to bring up 4th down. And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20. So now the Jets offense ready to take over once more. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. On the run, here's Hall.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
So, 3 quarters now in the books. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll look to throw. Pass complete. Calvin Austin. The was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Here's a 3rd down and 4.
Here we go, here we go. 60 back there, 60 back there.
He'll drop to throw. Oh, they got the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Kevin Winston.
Just a brutal mistake there, Mike. I mean, they had a chance to put a late scoring drive together and increase their lead. But now with that interception, all the momentum shifts to their opponents, and now they got to rely on their defense to hopefully get a stop and get them the ball back. You know, so I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass.
And they're going to get to him and take him down, take him back to the other side of midfield. That is Will McDonald. He gets in there to drop him for a big loss. And now it's 3rd and long.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss. We had a chance to sit down with the defensive coaches the other day, and we asked them, give us a few key points for today's game. And the first thing out of their mouth, Mike, what was it? It was, we got to get off the field on 3rd down. Well, here we are in the second half, and they've done just that. Right now, this offense has no answers on 3rd down.
The Jets offense ready to get back at it. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Catch made. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. And the defense is going to come up with it. Maybe the break they need here in the 4th quarter. Okay, break. A run with Spears. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose, and it's going to force 3rd down.
Ready? Here we go, here we go. Cougar 19. Ready.
Here's Ward. He'll let this go towards the end zone. That one broken up in the end zone, and it's incomplete. What great work just to get those hands up there, and now it's 4th down. And this one right down the middle. It's good. And they inch a bit closer here in this 4th quarter.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
The Jets offense ready to take over once again. Their lead is just a point. They begin it on this drive with 1st and 10.
Alert! Alert!
Trying to burn some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats, 19 Lions, go!
Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete. John Smith, the tight end. Man he was looking for there. And it's going to be 3rd down.
And we got a big 3rd down coming up here, Mike. They got a chance with a conversion to possibly get this under the 2-minute warning, put this defense in a position where they have to start using their timeouts.
That's complete. It's Arian Smith. And he'll be out of bounds, well short of the line to gain. And that'll set up 4th down.
On
On now comes the punt team for the Jets, as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth-quarter lead. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. The Titans offense ready to see what they can do. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Not much happening there, just a short game.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
2nd down, 8 for the 1st down.
Bronco 80.
They'll drop to throw. Quickly to the outside and complete. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a 1st down. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. It'll be swung out wide to Spears. And he'll wind up getting about 7 yards as he is forced out of bounds. Here's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll run here. And he's got it. 1st down. A pickup of 4. From the gun, here's the pressure too much. He goes down. The Titans will use the 1st of their timeouts. 70 seconds left to go in this game. Now on 2nd and long.
Here we go.
Throwing is Ward. Now a screen set up for Tracy. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down. Out of the gun, Ward. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
They desperately needed that one, Mike. Down here late, they've only got a few remaining snaps to go, and it puts all of the pressure of the game now on 4th down. Let's see what play call they have in a gotta-have-it situation. And right now, this quarterback needs to make his best throw in the biggest moment of the game.
And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Gotta let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on down. The Jets offense about ready to take over once more. And still 2 timeouts left for the defense, but no real need to use them. They're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down. Here's a timeout, Tennessee. It'll be their 2nd, and the clock will stop with 45 seconds left in the game. Here's a 2nd and 9.
Come on. Set.
They'll run with the former Badger, Braylon Allen. Titans going to use the last of their timeouts here. They'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in this one. Here's 3rd and 7. And that is incomplete. Mason Taylor, the tight end, the intended receiver. And now it's 4th down. So now out comes the field goal unit in this pressure spot. This to stretch the lead to more than a field goal. This one has plenty of leg. And it is good. So it is still a 1-score game, but a little more breathing room now.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line. Out comes the Tennessee offense. They get set to see what they can do. They'll start out first down and 10.
Ready, break! Cougar 19!
To throw is Ward. Quick throw here is complete.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
The crowd at MetLife on their feet for third down. Looking to throw, it's Ward. That's into the hands of Tucker. He's got it. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
20. And the Titans first down.
They'll get up and stop it with 4 seconds left on the clock. Another try, second and 10.
Ready.
One last throw here for Ward. And that's going to be incomplete. The defense holds here in the final minute, and they're going to get out of here with a victory. So this one in the win column for the Jets. They're able to build on the solid performance of a week ago, and they make it 2 in a row with the victory here in this one. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Therese.